Hello and welcome to German Lessons with Mr. Ferguson. Hallo und herzlich willkommen zum Deutschunterricht mit Herrn Ferguson. Diese 10. Stunde über die Zeitformen, the 10th Tenses Lesson, ist, wie man das Futur 2 benutzt, how to use the future perfect tense. Before wir anfangen, please don't forget to like this video, bitte klickt Gefällt mir, and to subscribe to my channel, so that I can keep helping you with your German. Bitte vergesst nicht zu abonnieren. In this lesson, we will be looking at how to form what is called the future perfect tense. The perfect tense is normally used to express a completed action, and the future tense is used to show us what will happen. The future perfect tense, therefore, tells us what will have been done at a certain point in the future. Let's look at some examples in English. By tomorrow, I will have read this book. In 3 years' time, we will have moved house. Will he have done his homework by Monday? In order to produce this tense in German, it's important that you remember the forms of werden, the auxiliary verb that we use to mean will or going to. These forms are ich werde, du wirst, sie, es, man wird, wir werden, ihr werdet, and sie und sie werden. It's also important to remember that the future tense will need to have an infinitive at the end of the clause, and we'll come back to that later. To form the perfect tense, we use the SHEP word order of subject, helping verb, extra information, and past participle. If you need to recap how to use this tense, please go back and watch my perfect tense video by clicking the banner now. To combine the future and the perfect tenses, we have to do the following. We take all the components of a future tense sentence. So we have subject, form of werden, extra information, infinitive. Inside the extra information section is where we will need to use the relevant past participle. The infinitive at the end of the clause that we mentioned earlier has to be the infinitive of the relevant helping verb that we would use with the past participle. So either haben or sein, depending on whether there's movement. So let's look at an example. I will have read this book. To form the main bulk of the sentence, we need subject, ich, form of werden, werde, extra information, dieses Buch gelesen, infinitive of the relevant helping verb. In this instance, there's no movement when reading a book, and so the verb we need is haben. Ich werde dieses Buch gelesen haben. I will have read this book. If you want to include phrases such as by a certain time, these will go at the start of the extra information section. In this case, by is bis, and the accusative case is used. Some useful phrases are bis morgen, by tomorrow. This can also mean see you tomorrow as a way of saying goodbye. Bis nächsten Montag, by next Monday. Bis nächste Woche, by next week. Bis 2030. By 2030. I will have read this book by tomorrow is therefore ich werde bis morgen dieses Buch gelesen haben. To finish, let's translate the other two examples that I gave. In 3 years' time, we will have moved house. In 3 Jahren werden wir umgezogen sein. Notice that moving house counts as movement or a change of state, so we use sein. Will he have done his homework by Monday? Wird bis Montag seine Hausaufgaben gemacht haben? As this is a question, we simply had to use inversion in order to start with the verb. And so, that's how to form the future perfect tense. It's a really nice way to be able to explain your concrete plans, particularly when you have a time frame in mind. If you've enjoyed this video, you can now buy me a coffee at coffee, that's ko-fi.com/Herr Ferguson. Any donations are gratefully received and allow me to continue to create new content. Danke im Voraus. It's a good idea to pause the video now to recap what we've covered, including the future perfect tense word order of subject, form of werden, extra information, past participle, infinitive of the helping verb. Habe ich etwas vergessen? If you're a native German speaker and think I've forgotten something important about the future perfect tense, please let me know in the comments. Bitte schreibt einen Kommentar. Also, please don't forget to click subscribe to receive all of my German lesson videos, language learning tips, and updates. You can also follow me on Instagram with the username Herr Ferguson and on Twitter under @HerrFerguson. Otherwise, from me, it's Danke und auf Wiedersehen.